Welcome to the Texas Department of Transportation, or TxDOT San Angelo District's virtual public meeting with an in-person option for the US 83 project from FM 2291 south of Menard to I-10 north of Junction. This is a pre-recorded presentation. My name is Catherine Ramirez, and I am part of the consultant team working on this project on behalf of the Texas Department of Transportation. I would like to welcome and thank you for participating in this public meeting. The in-person public meeting will be held on Thursday, April 25th, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Junction High School Gym located at 1700 College Street, Junction, Texas, 76849. The meeting presentation will be available for online viewing with an opportunity to provide comments until Friday, May 10th, 2024. Please note that you may pause this presentation at any point to allow more time to view the slides, and you may also navigate forward or backward as needed. The meeting materials, project information, and details on the in-person option can also be found at www.texdot.gov by typing US 83 Menard to Junction in the search bar. November 7th, 2000 was the last deathless day on roadways in Texas. That means for more than 23 years, at least one person has died every single day. We all have a part to play to change that. This message is that reminder. To end the streak of deaths on Texas highways, we need drivers and passengers to act more responsibly and help us reach our goal of 0 deaths by 2050. Texans can play a major role in ending fatal crashes with a few simple driving habits. Wear seatbelts, drive the speed limit, put away the phone and other distractions, and never drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So please, do your part and share this message with your friends and family. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of this presentation. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, otherwise known as FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, TxDOT assumed responsibility from FHWA for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA environmental documents. This Memorandum of Understanding was renewed on December 9, 2019. This review and approval process applies to the proposed project as it is receiving federal funds. Therefore, TxDOT is required to assess the potential environmental effects of the proposed project in accordance with federal standards. TxDOT is proposing to improve US 83 corridor from the existing 2-lane highway to a 4-lane divided highway from the Concho County line to I-10. The corridor development will be divided into 2 segments, from the Concho County line to north of Menard and from south of Menard to I-10. Each of these segments have varying objectives and independent utility and will be developed with separate studies, schematics, environmental documents, and public involvement opportunities. As part of the overall corridor improvements, TxDOT will also be developing separate feasibility studies for a potential reliever route around Menard as well as potential realignment of US 83 near I-10. The current goal for the corridor is to widen the existing facility to a 4-lane divided highway. Since the US 83 corridor has been designated as a future interstate highway, TxDOT is developing the 4-lane divided roadway to interstate standards, including design for future access control. The proposed improvements will tie to the north and south of the city of Menard, but TxDOT does not anticipate new roadway construction along US 83 within the city of Menard. As stated in the overview, reliever routes around Menard and alternative alignments for connecting to I-10 will be studied, but no design or construction of the alternative is anticipated at this time. The proposed project would extend for approximately 26 miles along US 83 from FM 2291 south of Menard to I-10 north of Junction in Menard and Kimble counties, Texas. The goals and objectives for the US 83 project from FM 2291 south of Menard to I-10 north of Junction are to improve roadway safety, enhance mobility, and reduce traffic congestion. The existing US 83 is a two-lane roadway. TxDOT has recently added passing lanes to the corridor to improve operation and safety. The proposed interim improvements to US 83 are to widen the roadway to a four-lane divided highway. As noted above, the US 83 corridor has been designated as a future interstate highway under Phase 2 of the current project. TxDOT is environmentally clearing the ultimate future typical section, which would provide controlled access on and off of the corridor, including ramping, frontage roads, and grade separation. These future improvements would be constructed as traffic and adjacent property access needs grow. In 2014, TxDOT completed the addition of alternating passing lanes south of Menard, which has reduced head-on crashes and fatalities along US 83. Traffic volumes and truck density, though, have continued to increase. As shown between 2019 and 2023, there have been 119 reported crashes with 3 fatalities along the US 83 corridor south of Menard. Expansion to a 4-lane divided section is warranted and proposed to further improve safety along the corridor. The environmental studies conducted for this project are underway and will comply with the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA process. The studies will identify and assess potential impacts to the natural and human environment, including the resources listed on this slide. The process would help TxDOT make an informed decision on whether to proceed with the project. Some of the resources and issues that will be assessed include air quality, traffic noise, social and community impacts, hazardous materials sites, biological resources such as threatened and endangered species, water resources, and historic and archaeological resources. Environmental constraints were identified along the project area that will be taken into consideration during the project development process, and to inform the alignment alternatives. This map shows constraints in the western portion of the project area. The environmental constraints map panels show existing conditions within the environmental constraints study area based on various sources of information. This boundary indicates a study area and is not proposed roadway right-of-way. As you can see on the maps, different color coding is used to detail land cover and markers to identify wells and other features. For example, areas shown in yellow are identified as savanna grasslands. Other markers, such as the blue dots, show the locations of water wells, and the purple squares show the locations of national wetland inventory features. These details will help shape the proposed alternatives as the project develops with the goal of avoiding and minimizing impacts to the human and natural environment. This map shows constraints in the central portion of the project area. This map shows constraints in the eastern portion of the project area. This slide shows the anticipated project schedule. In the next steps of the environmental process, all comments received during the comment period will be reviewed, and responses to comments will be provided in the official public meeting record. All comments will be taken into consideration during the schematic development and environmental documentation process. Comments can be submitted by the following methods: filling out a comment card at the in-person public meeting and dropping it in a comment box, submitting your comment online by visiting www.txdot.gov and searching US 83 Menard to Junction, emailing your comment to US83 Menard to Junction at icf.com, or by mailing your comments to the address shown on this slide. While comments are always welcome, they must be received or postmarked by Friday, May 10, 2024, to be included in the official meeting documentation. Responses to written comments received during the comment period will be included in the public meeting summary report that will be posted on the meeting webpage when completed. Thank you for participating in this public meeting. Please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions at any time during the project development process. Russell Pell, the TxDOT Transportation Engineer, can be reached by phone at 325-944-15 or by email at russell.pell@txdot.gov. Please remember to submit comments by Friday, May 10th, 2024. Questions and comments can be submitted at any time during the project development process, but comments will only be included as part of the official public meeting summary report if received during the comment period. This concludes the public meeting presentation.